everyone. May is National Healthy Vision Month, and knowing how to manage your eye health is extremely important, especially with allergy season still upon us. Certified optometrist Dr. Jennifer Tsai joins us to talk about the 5 healthy red flags that we need to know to keep our eyes in good health. And so this segment is brought to us by Eylea HD. Good morning. How are you, Dr. Tsai?
Hi, Anna. Thanks for having me on here.
It's going to be eye-opening for all of us. I know there are huge eye-straining mistakes that can lead to vision loss, even cancer, and there are some symptoms that we can all still be made aware of by starting with blurry or distorted vision. What could that be?
One of the biggest ones I would say is thinking about sudden vision loss. If there's a sudden change to your vision, especially if it's in one eye, we might be concerned of issues related to more serious conditions like stroke, even a retinal detachment or inflammation of the optic nerve. So if there's ever any type of vision loss, especially in one eye or in the center of the vision, it's definitely important to seek medical care. Another one is yellowing of the whites of the eye called the sclera. We're thinking of jaundice at that point in time. Any yellow tinting on the whites of our eyes can be a result from more chronic conditions or diseases like hepatitis. Persistent redness in an eye, I would say that that's also something to be to pay more attention of. That can be a sign of allergies, a bacterial infection or a viral infection, sometimes even uveitis, which is ocular inflammation. A big one is bulging of the eyes. So bulging of the eyes, if one eye seems to protrude more than the other eye, that is something to pay attention to and to not forget. We have thyroid issues such as grape disease, but also things like orbital tumors and severe infections behind the eyes, behind the globe.
And what about eye pain? And when we're just sensitive to the light, it seems like both adults and kids who have light color eyes, you go outside in the sunshine, particularly in the summer, and ooh, I need some sunglasses. But what about that same type of light sensitivity, during other parts of the day when you shouldn't be noticing it, right out in glaring sun?
Right. Well, photosensitivity is usually a concern, especially when you're outside now that it's getting into the summer months. So when it's really summer off of reflective surfaces, you can experience photokeratitis, which is damage to the cornea from the brightness of the sun. But when it happens outside of sunny environments, we think of, conditions related to like ulcers on the surface of the cornea, as well as any signs of inflammation in the eye, like uveitis.
And what about that eye redness that you were talking about? Any home remedies for that besides, something like a Visine or other eye drops?
So Visine is one that we typically don't recommend because it can have a rebound effect. So for redness, typically we want to recommend something that's more lubricating for the surface with proper ingredients. So BioTrue Hydration Boost, an eye drop over the counter is great. Systane gel is a great drop over the counter to use. But again, if you're experiencing pain or light sensitivity with the redness, it's definitely important to see an eye doctor near you.
Okay, we've got to go, but one quick question for you. I've noticed on social media, I've been getting targeted with ads with these purple drops that are supposed to make your eyes go really white and look really pretty. Is that safe?
So Lumify is a drop that's cosmetic for the eyes. So it helps to whiten the eye for a couple of hours. It is safe to use. It does not have a rebound effect. But of course, with anything, you want to limit the amount of usage because it can cause sometimes dryness, but it is safe to use for cosmetic whitening.
Great tips for us today. Thank you for your insight. And for more eye care tips like these, check out Dr. Jen on Instagram at Dr. Jen and Juice. Very creative. We need to be playing some Snoop Dogg for you there on Jen and Juice. All right. Have a great day.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. Also, don't forget to click that red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.